Mm, Okay, good evening, dear students. As it was proposed in the schedule for our subject, we're going to have the first online session regarding some of the essentials in terms of the rules and the conditions of the course. First of all, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is David Vallejo. I hold a BA in Philology and Languages from Universidad Nacional and a master's degree in Educational Technology from Tecnológico de Monterrey. And I've been working in this university for around almost 4 years. Um, uh, I would start by saying that I have a very high expectations regarding the work that we're gonna conduct during this course. And I also believe that the sessions that we're having tonight are going to be very useful in terms of the way that we can support the work we are doing. So as I said, we have like a very specific, concrete program for tonight. I normally share my screen so you guys can see exactly what I'm watching here, and you can somehow like follow the information using like very basic slides. So I'm gonna do it right now, as you can see. As I said, the program today is something very specific. We are going to, as I said, just let me show you. We're gonna basically focus on learning about the requirements and rules for the course. We will also show the important dates and deadlines for the activities, and we will know about instructions for the activities for the first module. So let me start by saying that normally one thing that we focus on in this first week has to do with the schedule, of course, the English course, the way the glossary works, which is something you might be familiar with, and some of the first topics that have to do with comparatives and superlatives. Normally, as you can see here, when you access the platform, you will have the chance to see the program of the subject right here in Plan de Formación y Cronograma de Actividades. That's a file where we have all the information regarding the activities we're working on. This course just started this week on April the 24th, right? And you have been working basically on two different activities. One of them that has to do with the presentación and socialización, which is basically a way to say hello to most of to the rest of your mates in this group, in this subject. As well, you might be working on the glossary, which is one of the most important remarks that we're going to highlight tonight. So here you can see the whole program for the subject. So this is the way we're gonna distribute the different activities, as you can see. Also, you will find some basic information in terms of the online classes like the one we're having tonight, and that's basically it. So just feel free to explore every single activity. Anytime you have any sort of question, you can just let me know. Okay, so I will wait a couple of minutes just to see if there's more people connecting. So just give me a second. Okay, guys, so let's continue. So as I was saying, this is the program. This is something you can access whenever you want. You can even download a copy if you will. That's totally up to you. Apart from that, I was also talking about the platform itself, right? Like different parts of the platform, and that has to do quite a lot with the glossary activity. So whenever you enter the course, as I just did it here, there is something you will find, which is these boletines. These boletines are basically like we will use them basically for two purposes. One of them has to do with all the relevant information that I might share every single week regarding the course, like it was the case of this first communication regarding the opening of the course, but also, and what I think is the most important aspect and the most important function of this bulletin, which is the glossary activity. So as you know, every single week, week by week, you're going to work on a glossary activity. That's something you have been doing since previous courses, so there is no difference whatsoever. So as you can see, if you enter each one of the boletines, you will find basically two things. The first one, which is really important, has to do with the dates for that activity. As you can see here in the glossary we're working on right now, it was open on April the 24th, and it will be closed on May the 1st. That's the plan we have. So here we will publish that information regarding the dates, but also we will share with you the words that you're going to include in your glossary, and that's perhaps the most important thing here. So that's it basically regarding the boletines and the glossary. Also, you will have the chance to check all the activities right here in Contenidos de la Asignatura. And there is also a folder with that name, which is the name of the glossary. You will find a document, very concrete explanation regarding the way the glossary works. So you will find all the essentials regarding the rules of that activity. That's something you can find here, just the way you see it. So I expect you guys will check all this information very carefully. So just in case you have questions, you can let me know, but this is really important to check this info. Also, as you can see, we will be opening each one of these, we will making available these options every single week, so you guys can have the chance to present the glossary, which is an activity that, as I said, we will do week by week. So that's also something important to mention. As you can see here, the glossary is an activity that will be run on a weekly basis. Every single week, you guys will receive 10 different words that you have to analyze there, and each one of those glossaries is going to be graded over 5, as we do it with every single activity. But each one of those 5 corresponds to just one, taking into account that we will have 5 different glossaries. So when we finish with the glossaries, we will average that grade, and you will have the final grade for that activity. This activity is also, let's say, special or different because it's the only activity that has no extension in terms of the deadlines. So we have to be very careful with the dates because we won't have the chance to present it later on unless you have some sort of excuse, of course. And finally, we have to use an application to work in that glossary, which is Evernote. I'm just gonna show you really quick the way this application looks, which is actually something quite simple. It's not complex at all. So you can just open a new account in case you don't have it, unless I believe you might have it because you've been working on that since previous semesters. So every time you are going to work on a new glossary, you create it, and it will allow you to share that glossary using a simple link, that the one like the one you can get here. So just work on the glossary. Once you finish, you click here on sharing or compartir, then you click on the link or enlace, and you will find the link. Just copy and paste it on the space that was open for that in the platform. Like for example here, you just present the homework and you just paste the link there, and I will be able to check it and grade it. So as you can see, something that works very easy. Apart from that, um, I also should mention that um, yeah, you can have you can contact me anytime you want, but most of the times you can do it during the afternoon or at night. So you can just you have like different channels you can use in order to contact me. So that perhaps the most obvious one is the virtual net. That's a way you can have access and contact me, but also you can use my institutional mail that you can see here, david.vallejo@docentes.umb.edu.co. That's one way. Or also you can call me to this number and this extension at the afternoon, starting at 2 p.m. from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. You can call me here to the office, and I'll be answering your questions. So that's pretty much the way it works. Apart from that, guys, as I was saying, I personally believe that it is really important to have to try to have this kind of contact all the time, like to try to participate in this kind of sessions. In the case of today's session, it was just about like basically giving some very general information about the course. So we are not discussing any sort of grammar topic or something. But in the next sessions we will. So it might be it would be really good if we have the chance to have an actual conversation and to discuss the topics we will be studying. So guys, that's essentially what I wanted to share with you today. Once again, I want to just say that I'm totally committed to the course, and I hope we can have a very good process during this subject. So that was pretty much the information I wanted to share with you, as I said. So guys, anytime you have any sort of question, just let me know. Keep on working on the activities. I've seen that some of you have been already working on the activities that we proposed for this week, and I find that quite important. So that's pretty much how it works. Just let me see something else here. Okay, guys, so that's pretty much it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week. Next week we're gonna have the first class itself regarding the topics that we have being that we will work on during this term. So that will be on May the 2nd, and just stay tuned, and thank you so much.